Hey all, the Diplomat here, coming to you from the USA, and we are here on part 8 of the Chris Watts Discovery read-through. So we last left off at Discovery page 89, and this is starting with some handwritten notes from Officer Purcell. So let's get to it. So this page right here is actually regarding the psychic that had sent in some information. So it says, wishes to remain nameless, don't mention to medium. I guess that's the friend. As you can see here, intuitive, medium, also friends, 10 years, lupus support group, Facebook only. So I'm not sure if the medium, I believe a friend provided the information from the medium. So it says, dispute 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. immediately upon arrival. That's meaning Shanann coming home from the airport. Triangle situation, affair, leans towards Chris seeing someone, being jealous. We know that's true. No intent to harm. I find that interesting. A strangled Shanann. Girls suffocated afterwards. Described feeling in bag or underwater. Moved in truck. No blood shed. Driven to deep wooded section not far from home. Lake near woods, deep wooded, difficult to find. Issues at home related to money. Too much time spent working. Thrive. Didn't sit well with Chris. Vision, each girl wrapped in blankets after suffocated. Bodies not far from home. And all this, it's saying in Massachusetts, that is where the medium resided. It says anonymous tip, psychic from Massachusetts. So that's the wanted to remain nameless up top. So very interesting, obviously. It's pretty spot on. I don't know if each of you believe in anything like this or not. Certainly they have methods of getting information, but this early, I don't know how they would know all this. The one thing I wish is, the officer had written the date on here as to when this was provided. And you also see crossed off here, it says, would you like an office? And that's crossed off. It might just be a random note. But yes, I would like an office. I think we all would. So these next notes are all handwritten as well. Some are upside down, so bear with me, please. Older gentleman driving, looks like something older. It's covered up by that, unfortunately. Sunday, Estes Park, white van, SUV type, asking questions about trail with map. I'm not going to read the names. If I do, I will read just the first name. Deshaun, Daily News, North Carolina. We have Terry, fiance, protection order, April, July 4th, July 22nd. George, 18 something about a report request. Dieter, the Watts dog. Jenna gave to them, would like him if possible. That was the folks watching the dog. Okay, I'm going to rotate this real quick so we can look at the upside down notes. We have Scott here. There's about a traffic accident. Geico, July, ambulance. Sergeant Kurtquist, support for offices during this time. Peer support group. Officer Goodwell. That's officers, by the way, I'm sure. Support for officers. Don Goldware. Is that a name? I apologize. At Longmort, Carly, returning call. So a lot of this doesn't seem to make sense, right? Hit and run in Longmont. This registered donor in Frederick, email. So, my apologies. I know that's not very clean, but this is what it is, right? These are the handwritten notes. I'm just going through them. We have Emiliano, and Debbie here, and Zaner. No report for found. Mike. Wow, this is rough. Damage to concrete arms. Sorry, this is Debbie here. The Weld County family. Get a hold of Nikki. Protect of media at court hearing. So some notes there about maybe protection of Nikki and get ahead of the media. Check registration for above vehicles, these two that are crossed off. And then some information here about a call, I guess, recorded calls, OFC lines moved to case file. We then have a number of names here, Matt and Katie, Carbon Valley Glass, continue with a question mark. Christy, Daily Insight, Sergeant Albert. Auntsville, Alabama, is there a fund for the family? Donations. Renee, Child Protection. Then this CBS New National and Omar, 9 News. I apologize if some of these are not connected. It's hard to tell based on where they're written. This 05707 Weeds taken care of. That's crossed off. Not sure what that meant. We have Ian, Fox 31, Casey, Speeding Ticket, and Ken, APEC. So I don't sit here and think any of that made sense to anyone, including myself, but take it for what it is. We're going through page by page and pretty much word by word. So this is part of what we'll get. Next is supplemental report by Officer Fairbanks, Andrew Fairbanks, and that was written on August 17th at 8:29. On August 15th, 2018, at 1600 hours, I went to the area of Windham Hill Parkway just west of Aggregate Boulevard. My assignment at this position was to hand out flyers to motorists entering the neighborhood. I also requested anyone with a home security system to provide their contact information to be passed on to investigators. I remained at this position until about 1745 hours when I was advised by Sergeant Bakes to clear this assignment. Nothing further. Officer Fairbanks. Okay. Next, discovery page 94. We have Officer Davies on 8/17. On 8/17/2018 at 08:16 hours, I, Officer Brad Davies, was dispatched to contact Taylor Welch regarding this case. I spoke to Taylor via phone. Taylor stated she is a friend of Shanann and her family. Taylor advised me she occasionally babysat for Celeste and Bella, and that she was a good friend of Shanann. Taylor stated she was helping plan a gender reveal party for Shanann's unborn baby. The party was scheduled to be on August 19th, 2018. Taylor stated Nikki, that's Nicole, informed her on August 8th, 18, the gender reveal party would need to be canceled. Taylor stated she initiated a text conversation with Shanann regarding the cancellation of the party. Taylor thought the text conversation may be relevant to the case. The following is a reproduction of the text conversation that began on August 8th at 8:39. Taylor, Nikki just told me you want to cancel the gender reveal. What's going on? Is everything okay? Shanann, Chris said we are not compatible anymore. Taylor, I just landed in Chicago, like still on the airplane. Oh my God, what? Shanann, he said we are not compatible anymore. He refused to hug me. Said he thought another baby would fix his feelings. Said he refused couples counseling. Before I left, he could get enough of each other. Before I left, he could get enough of each other. Well, might meant we couldn't have gotten enough of each other. Taylor, what the hell changed in 6 weeks? Shanann, he said he had a lot of time to think. Taylor, I am so sorry. I don't even know what to say. Shanann, girl, me either. Taylor, we will get together when I get home. Shanann, I've cried myself to sleep over a week now. Okay, honey. Have a great time. Taylor, I am here for you and whatever you need. I love you. Shanann, love you more. Thank you, love. The following is a reproduction of the text conversation that began August 9th, 2018 at 18:20. Shanann. Next Friday, I think 17th. Could you help with the kids for a few hours? Taylor. I have to work both of my jobs. I'm sorry. What's going on? Shanann. We are trying to leave for weekend. Friend who's staying weekend can't be here until after 7. Taylor. Oh, sorry, I work 7 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. You and Chris? The text thread ended with the following text that appears to be on August 13th, 2018 at 17:26 hours from Taylor to Shanann. Taylor. Are you and the girls okay? A copy of the text thread screenshots will be included in the case file. I advised Taylor that investigators will contact her with any further questions. Nothing further at this time. Officer Brad Davies. Sorry, I'm getting a little choked up reading some of that. It obviously touches when you go back and read some of the things that were going on, and you kind of put yourself there in the moment, and it's extra sad. Some handwritten notes from Officer Brad Davies. Taylor Welch babysat, talked to Shanann Friday. Weird text conversation. Henderson, Colorado. Nikki, gender reveal party planned Sunday. And then we have the actual text messages. So I'm just going to read through it again just in case everything's not copied properly. Nikki just told me you want to cancel the gender reveal. What's going on? Is everything okay? Shanann. No, can I call you tomorrow and tell you? Chris said we are not compatible anymore. Taylor. I just landed in Chicago, like still on the airplane. Oh my God, what? He said we are not compatible anymore. He refused to hug me, said he thought another baby would fix his feelings, said he refused couples counseling. Before I left, he could get enough of each other. So it was written that way in the actual texts. Taylor. What the hell changed in 6 weeks? Shanann. He said he had a lot of time to think. Taylor. I am so sorry. I don't even know what to say. Shanann. Girl, me either. Taylor. We will get together when I get home. Shanann. I've cried myself to sleep over a week now. Okay, honey, have a great time. Taylor. I am here for you and whatever you need. I love you. Shanann. I love you more. Thank you, love. Next Friday, I think 17th. Could you help with the kids for a few hours? Taylor. I have to work both of my jobs. I'm sorry. What's going on? Shanann. We are trying to leave for the weekend. Friend who's staying weekend can't be here till after 7. Taylor. Oh, sorry. I work 7 a.m. to 9:30. You and Chris? And then that Monday of the crime. Are you and the girls okay? And so that's that conversation between Taylor and Shanann. Next, we move into Officer Paul Scarlett, supplemental report on August 17th at 11:58. At approximately 10:15 hours on August 14, 2018, in the town of Frederick, County of Weld, State of Colorado, I received a phone call from Commander Egan with the Frederick Police Department asking if I can come in to work to relieve CSO Simmons, currently posted in the Windham Hills subdivision watching a house. At approximately 12:08 hours, I coded into Weld County Dispatch that I was en route to 2825 Saratoga Trail. At approximately 12:17 hours, I coded into Weld County Dispatch on scene. I met with CSO Simmons, who explained that I was relieving her and to sit in the unmarked Silver Caprice, facing south on the west side of Steeple Rock Drive, approximately 100 yards north of 2825 Saratoga Trail. Officer Simmons explained that I was to keep a log and document unusual activity. Bushnell binoculars power 10 by 25 were used to assist in viewing the house from my position. I observed the following. Voice-to-text was used to keep notes on police department-issued cell phone, then emailed to my work phone. The email was printed and placed in file. Spelling and grammar off due to voice-to-text inaccuracies on iPhone. Spelling and grammar corrections made, then added to report. It's actually quite interesting seeing some of the officers and how they decide to take notes. And this one used a little bit more modern technology that allowed him to then email it to himself. So 12:23 on scene. 12:28, white car parked out front of 2825 Steeple Rock Drive facing east. Unknown license plate. Left northbound Steeple Rock Drive. 12:39, observed white four-door SUV type vehicle returned to 2825 Steeple Rock Drive. Did not see occupants get out. 14:15, relieved for a restroom break. 14:20, to return to post. 14:57, garage door of 2825 Steeple Rock Drive, can see white Lexus in the garage. 25, he's obviously writing the wrong address here. This should all be Saratoga. Observed white male, short dark hair with beard, gray shirt, and black shorts walk from the passenger side to the rear of the white Lexus. Unknown license plate. Opened the back hatch and placed what appeared to be a square bag with pink flowers with white behind the flowers into the back of the SUV. Then proceeded to grab a cloth-like item already in the back of the SUV and place it into the bag. The male then closed the hatch and walked back to the right side, passenger side of the SUV, out of sight, then garage door closed. Did not see license plate. 15:17, garage door reopened, acquired plate off of white Lexus. 15:17, garage door closed. 15:22, information on Lexus given to Detective Baumover. 15:29, received call from Commander Egan to return to police department. End of log. So this is pretty interesting about 14:57, where it's obviously Chris opening the car, putting in a square bag, pink flowers, white behind the flowers, and then just closing the garage door again. Who knows what he was up to? And remember, that was on August 15th, the next day. On August 15, 2018, I was asked by Officer Brent Manley to help with an informational checkpoint at Billings Avenue and Aggregate Boulevard. At approximately 1600, I was posted on Billings Avenue at Aggregate Boulevard, with Officer Ken Dole passing out flyers to all passerbys asking if they knew the person in the flyer, knew anybody that knew the people in the flyers, or had cameras on their home. Individuals indicating they knew of or had cameras were asked to pull off and speak to Officer Dole. See Officer Dole's report. At approximately 1800 hours, Officer Manley had me returned back to the Frederick Police Department. End of report. And then this is the notes Officer Paul Scarlett wrote to himself at 4:25 on August 14th. Let's go through it and see if there's anything else. 12:23 on scene. 12:28, white car parked out front, unknown license plate, left southbound Steeple Rock. 12:30, black truck stopped southbound Steeple Rock at Saratoga Trail, then activated right blinker, made right turn. 12:33, same truck above, came back around, stopped to pet dog to white occupants. One appeared to be male. Driver, female passenger, stop at stop sign, make a left on Saratoga Trail. 12:34, appears to be more news crew, one in a blue shirt guy, female carrying camera in purple shirt, tan hat, appeared talking with Officer Perez. For anyone that's just listening and not watching, you'll see this is actually how this is written, so I do apologize if it's coming off a little strange, but I'm just sort of reading word for word here. 12:37, license plate number, southbound Steeple Rock West on Saratoga. 12:39, did not observe white four-door SUV type vehicle. I know exactly what time. 12:48, K9 unit, exit home. 12:50, offer surprise returned, appeared to be a different K9 unit, both entered home. 12:51, officer press exit at home. 12:51, news crew departed. 12:53, same news crew returned to resident. Guy wearing baby blue shirt, girl wearing purple shirt. I think that might have been Chris's friends that he stayed with. 13:01, K9 in officer lines, exited home. All truck blocking of view. 1349, license plate number, red truck, towing a trailer with unknown license plate, has yard maintenance equipment in the trailer. Stopped Steeple Rock, made right-hand turn, go in West Saratoga. 1415, relief for restroom break. 1420, to return to post. 1457, garage door open, white Lexus in the garage, open back of Lexus, put pink bag with pink flowers and white in back of SUV, then put items already in back of SUV into pink bag. 1500, closed back of SUV, closed garage door, did not get plate of SUV. 1515, 2 news crews showed up on scene. 1517, garage door reopened, acquired plate. 1517, garage door closed. 1522, information on Lexus given to Detective Baumhover. So you do notice, although the officer stated very clearly that this was done voice to text, so much of this is a little off, you do still see lines that were called out here, some information that's called out here that obviously is not in the supplemental report. So it's just something to notice as we go through here, that there are times where I'm sure some of the notes that I read will be exact copies to a degree, but a lot of times they'll potentially provide more information than what was in the supplemental report, so that's why I choose to read them all. I hope you don't mind, but I'll try to not take too long as we go through second rounds of things. Next is Officer Bradley Davies on August 17th. On August 17, 2018, at 13:19 hours, I was dispatched to 2825 Saratoga Trail, Frederick, Colorado, regarding a burglary in progress. A burglary? The RP stated there were 3 people inside the house, and he didn't believe they were supposed to be there. The RP stated that there was a camera person and a male in a suit inside the house. When I arrived, I made contact with 5 individuals inside the house. They advised they were part of the defendant's legal team. I identified the following individuals inside the residence: Sylvia, Richard, Carlos, Selma, and James. Merson identified, that's the last name of someone. Merson identified himself as an attorney and provided his credentials. The other individuals were performing a forensic investigation. Dacono Officer Lambert contacted Weld County DA investigator Kathy. She advised Officer Lambert the individuals were authorized to be in the residence. Nothing further this time. So it's just nice to see that they were keeping close watch and that people were continuing to report things. In this case, it happened to be those folks from the defendant's, Christopher's legal team, and they did ensure that they had authorization into the residence. So we will stop there for this part, and that is through Discovery Page 104. We'll start on Discovery Page 105 next time with Officer Ian Albert. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time as we continue to go through this page by page, word by word. Have a great day.